what's up everyone, I'm your host Glitch Ghost and we're back with part 2 of I Love You Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. Now, let's see how ridiculous this is going to be this time around, We'll pick it up exactly where we left off last time. While the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at, it makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. It just looks like any cafeteria to me. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Who even is that guy? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologise for my tardiness, you see. Howdy folks, I'd like to make an announcement. You know, just casually interrupting there, Colonel. Hey, It's about lunch. Are you going to serve chicken by any chance? Everyone cheers. Woo! But sod off. Shh. Lunch. She said shush. In honour of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. It's gonna be the chicken, isn't it? Uh-huh. That must be the smell I smelled. Is it chicken by any chance? Indeed, that smell! You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumours true? Is this? It's chicken! Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. I have never had chicken that glimmered, unless it was like super greasy. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. I'm sorry, but my KFC, I have never had a KFC that's done that in my entire life. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Yeah, because I'm sure he was the first guy to ever do that. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years I have developed a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken, which is actually available on the internet if you know where to look. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavours, and a fuck ton of MSG. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. Yeah, okay. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Sure. Nah, my dude, nah. It looks like something out of JoJo's Bizarre... What's it? Yeah, that one. I haven't watched that before. But I do get strong Bobobo vibes off this as well, so... Oh dear God. I'm just drafting the last will... drafting our last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got them. Yeah, that MSG, that'll really do you in, that, mate. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. Look at his face! You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared for the follow-up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just writing in my diary. Okay. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realises that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Yeah, that's exactly my response, mate. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Well, hold on, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Bro, calm down, it's just chicken. Easy now, there is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. Is that chicken on Ashley's leg? Wait a minute. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Yeah, no, this is just KFC, bro. Come on. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. So it's not MSG that's sprinkled on it then, is it? Some weird antimatter stuff. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavour. Savour the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim towards the light. I'm going towards the light. Somewhere up ahead, a bright light beckons you. Is it food poisoning? Am I dying? The flavours are so intense, you become wrapped up in them. Unable to resist, you reach toward the light. It grabs your hand and pulls you closer, closer, until your fingertip connects with the end of everything. KFC is the singularity. You are forever lost in the land of tender fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves. There is no ghost now. There is only herbs and spices. Though Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. Game over. Oops. Try again, I guess. Here we go. Which one? Focus your mind and meditate, or savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders. Go with the first one. You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt? Maybe. Yeah, salt's in it, definitely. There's an absolute metric ton of salt. Pepper, too obvious. Oregano, basil, maybe, but there's something else. Something dark, something spicy. You dig deeper, deeper, deeper. Yes, even deeper still until you find it. Could it be coriander? I don't know. Paprika? Turmeric? Oh, he really did it. How bold, how adventurous to use whatever this is. You try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by lunch. No one noticed that you've traveled through space and time. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-to-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. Well, he said it was 11 secret herbs and spices, didn't he? So it's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up that easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun?
Aww.
You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, "Does it smell like chicken by any chance?" Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use whatever that is. That's something my great grandmother taught me. Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. Okay. And definitely isn't the flavour you tasted before, so now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe, but you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. See, I'm in this game just to get the secret recipe for KFC. While you're wrapped up in the huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again! Howdy! Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say, the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Okay. Neg him to show your own strength? Nah. Wow him with a big idea? To add an additional ingredient to really spice things up? Be modest but thoughtful. Yeah. You know, about that, I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavours. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe and you think you can do better? Calm down, bro, it's not that deep. Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not my point. You can't just toss in new ingredients into my secret recipe and expect to improve it. The recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to. Let this be the last time that you improvise on my recipes, Ghost. I'm headed back to the class for the next lesson. That certainly didn't go as planned. You'd better head back inside, but you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. It looks like MasterChef. Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena. I've never been to a school that has an arena for cooking. For today's lessons we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Oh, here we go. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Wow, that's being treacherous. Excuse me a minute. I've got a bit of a sore throat at the moment, so if my voice sounds a little bit off, I do apologise. Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two? That is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Wanna be my partner? Oh look, you made Miriam cry now. That's not nice. Sure, Ghost, I'll prepare our station. Miriam looks gutted! Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep boop bzz. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. I'd go with the machine. Looks like you'll have to pick her. You'll have to pick for her. Friends usually can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella, we don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzzzt. Tissue? I hardly know you. Ah ha ha ha. Clank judders and the panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Yeah, if the machine breaks, it likes you. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright you two, for today's lesson we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island, it takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough, it's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandfather's mashed potatoes and gravy. That seems more in line with the whole KFC ethic there. We'll go with that. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. That was a bit of a mouthful. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners, mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off my man. Oh, here we go. Did someone call for me? No, jeez, Van Ren. While I'm over here crushing ghost dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns. I'm liking this music, damn. Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duo now? This music's kinda distracting, but I'm loving it. Actually no, it looked like Ghost was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for the Colonel, if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who has your back. Colonel. I'm here to learn to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? Turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? Businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Ghost as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behaviour, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Ghost's natural talent or their loyalty. Ooh, sick burn. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Damn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realise that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, plenty of butter and cream for flavour. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps so you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. He's gonna make the gravy. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be proud. I think we're going to wrap it up at this point further now, because this is a 20-minute long video and I don't know how much longer this is going to go at. So anyway, as always, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when a new video goes up. Comments and game suggestions are appreciated, so feel free to let me know what else you'd like to see me play. You can also help support the channel by following me on social media, buying merch, or donating to my Ko-Fi, all links of which are down below in the description box. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!